Hi there, Fabian Clowes here with Top Tax. Always remember, when it comes to paying taxes and submitting tax returns, try not to miss important deadlines.
Make sure you pay your taxes on time.
By now, there are certain tax deadlines that should be permanent in our minds. April 30th is the due date for the filing of income, property, corporation, and capital gains tax returns. VAT returns are due 15 working days in every month. Monthly PAYE is due on the 14th of every month, and advanced quarterly corporation tax is due March 15, June 15, September 15, and December 15. I have to advise you though, if those due dates fall on a weekend or a holiday, you're more than likely in for quite a rude awakening.
Closed.
Yes, the GRA closes on holidays and weekends, so if the due date falls on a Saturday, then Friday automatically becomes the deadline. And do remember also that failure to submit tax returns or pay taxes on or before the tax deadline attracts penalties and interests. And you definitely don't want that, do you? Since we're in the month of February, I should remind you that the due date for the submission of the monthly PAYE, or Form 5 as they call it, is Thursday, February 14. And the yearly PAYE, or Forms 2, is due on Thursday, February 28. I want to spend a few minutes talking about the Forms 2, or Employer's Returns. Now, this is a tax return that must be submitted by employers in the month of February. Now, if you're wondering, why do employers have to submit this form? Well, I can turn your attention to Section 61(2) of the Income Tax Act. It provides that every employer shall, on or before the prescribed day in every year of assessment, prepare and submit to the Commissioner a return containing each employee's taxpayer identification number, the name and place of residence of all persons employed during the year immediately preceding, the total payments and allowances made to persons in respect to their employment, the total taxes deducted or withheld from the pay or emoluments of every employed person, the period of employment of each employee during the year immediately preceding, and the total gross salary of every employee for the preceding year. Now, the ironic part is that even though it's called Forms 2, it's a combination of 3 forms that you have to submit in triplicate. Those 3 forms are the Employer's Declaration, the Spreadsheet, and the Summary. Let me go that again. The Employer's Declaration, the Spreadsheet, and the Summary. Now, they're all on the GRA's website for you to download, by the way. The onus is on the employer to ensure that these forms are correctly completed before submission. Otherwise, they won't be accepted, and this could have implications for you and your employees. I'll tell you about the penalties for late submission after this break.
If you are a person with a disability and you are purchasing a vehicle designed for your use, here's some good news. You will be exempt from paying VAT and excise tax for that vehicle. It gets better. If you are converting a vehicle to be used by a disabled person, that vehicle is also exempted from excise tax and VAT. This will have to be done to the satisfaction of the Commissioner General of the GRA.
Welcome back. We're talking employer's returns, which is due on February 28th. If an employer without reasonable excuse makes and delivers an incorrect return by leaving out any information in the employer's return, he or she is guilty of an offense and shall be liable to a fine of $15,000 or double the tax. Remember, February 28th is the due date, but it would be in your best interest to submit at the earliest possible time. And if you're wondering, is there a way that I can submit this employer's return without having to travel to the GRA's office and standing in line? Well, yes, there is.
Tell me everything!
The GRA has introduced e-services. It allows you to submit your tax returns with the touch of a button. You don't even have to leave your home or office. Employers, you can submit your forms too via e-services. The site is eservices.gra.gov.gy. Simply prepare the data in the prescribed format as you normally do and upload it via the GRA's e-services site.
That's what I'm talking about.
You will receive an email that will inform you whether the submission passed the validity check. If it has errors, you're required to review and correct as much as possible before you resubmit. Just one last note. In the example seen here, the electronic file must be provided in the CSV format with a comma used as the separator. Each row must include all files even if no data is provided. Visit our website or you can check us out on YouTube to learn more.